Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do to draw my snail is I'm going to draw a spiral. So I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm going to draw a spiral out, and that's just kind of going in a circle and getting wider as I go. And I think that's good for my spiral. And now I'm going to draw the end of my shell, and that's just this little curved line here. So this is my snail shell. And now I'm going to draw my snail's body. So this is going to be the tail, and I'm going to do a wavy line for the tail. And I'm going to draw some eyes on my snail. So I'm going to go up here. Snails have eyes that are on top of their head. That's the first eye. I'm going to color it in. And it goes down. And there's a second eye. And I'm going to color it in. And it goes down. And do not worry if your snail is not the way that mine looks, because we're all going to draw something a little differently. We all have our different drawing styles. So now I have my snail. Maybe I want to give him a little smile, little mouth or something. And now I'm going to use a wavy line to draw where he is touching the ground, or she. Your snail might be a girl. And now I have my snail drawn. Now the next step is I'm going to section my snail's shell off. So I'm going to draw another line here. This is one section, and another line here, and then another line here, and another line here, and a bunch of them. Maybe I want to have bigger sections, maybe I want to have smaller sections. It is up to you. And now I'm going to get some more big sections. All right, so now I have sections of my snail shell, and we're going to help this snail. We're going to decorate its shell for it, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my paper. Oh, thank you, Chloe. That looks great. Remember to keep yourself on mute, though. Please raise your hand if you wanted to show me something, okay? Thank you. Okay, so now I have my snail drawn, and I'm going to flip my paper over so I have the back of it. This is where I'm going to put my patterns. So I think I'm going to do some stripes, and I'm going to put them in orange, but it doesn't really matter what color I'm going to put them in. And I'm just going to draw my stripes. There we go. So there's my stripes. And then my next pattern that I'm going to draw is my polka dots. So I'm going to put some polka dots there, just so I know that these are polka dots. And the last pattern I'm going to do is my checkered pattern. Now remember that you are allowed to use any pattern that you like. So if you wanted to use a pattern that is different than these, you are welcome to do that. To make my checkered pattern, I just made lines one way and then lines that go across them the other way. So now I'm going to label these. I'm going to label them with a 1. This is my pattern number 1. This is my pattern number 2. And this is my pattern number 3. It's kind of hard to see with the pencil. Maybe I'll make this 1 a little bigger so you all can see it a little better. There we go. So there's my 1, my 2, and my 3. And that way I know which pattern goes where. So I can start from this side, the outside, or I can start from the inside. I'm going to count, and I'm going to label with my pencil so I can erase it later. I'm going to put a 1 there, and then after 1 comes 2, and after 2 comes 3, and after 3 comes 1 again, and after 1 comes 2, and after 2 comes 3, and after 3 comes 1 again. So I'm just labeling which pattern I'm going to use. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1 is my last one. And now what I can do is I'm going to go look at which pattern I have. Let's say what pattern I have for number 1. So I'm going to turn, see the back of my paper here, and I have stripes for number 1. And I can go to number 1, and I'm going to draw in my stripes there. On number 1. Yes, Chloe?
I'm getting better and better at this.
Yeah, you are? That's great to hear. I am glad. So now, maybe I decide that I want to do my number 2, but it might be easier for me to do all my number 1s at once. So I might look for all my 1s and do all my stripes. Please mute yourself, Chloe. Thank you. And you are welcome to use whatever colors you like. If you don't want to use all orange for your number one or all blue for your number one, you can change colors. So maybe I'm going to keep doing my number one, but I'm going to use blue now. I want blue stripes. The important part is the pattern right now, not the color. All right. So you're just going to keep going with that. You have your ones labeled. You have your twos labeled. So now two, I would do polka dots. So I'm going to look at where I've labeled number two on all of mine. And I would do polka dots there. Maybe we'll do some green polka dots. And you're just going to keep filling the number ones with whatever your first pattern was, the number twos with whatever your second pattern was, and the number threes with whatever your third pattern was. And this is a really nice way to do this. Okay,